talking a bit about how careviso supports our large institution clients. We do have a short agenda for you, so you know what's in store. We'll start by doing an introduction to careviso, so a little bit about who we are and what we do. I'll also be introducing who we have on today's call. We'll then move on into our prior authorization and enrollment process. We'll focus then on our customer success and support team and the work that they do for our clients. We will have some time for questions. So if you have any questions at any point during the webinar, feel free to use the Q&A function to submit those. We'll just be answering them at that later point. We will then close out with some contact information and ways that you can get in touch with us after today's webinar if you'd like to. So starting with some introductions on the line today, we have Julie, who's our Director of Inside Sales, Naoki, who is on our customer success team as our customer success team lead, and myself, my name is Lauren. I am our marketing manager at careviso. So to provide a bit of information on who we are and what we do, for those who might not be familiar with us on today's call. So we provide efficient solutions for physicians and labs, which allows them to focus on patient care rather than paperwork. As you all know, working in the healthcare industry, prior authorization and cost inquiry can be leading sources of frustration. They're time-consuming, burdensome, and they take time away from doing your other tasks. So our platform handles PAs, and that's made possible by our human-assisted automation and cutting-edge tech. So while we are a technology company and use a lot of automation in our day-to-day operations and for our platform, we do have real people looking at these cases, so you can be assured that you're getting the best result possible with our solutions. Diving a little bit deeper here into what we do at careviso. So due to the issues of prior authorization and cost transparency, we then created a platform which provides patients access to care faster by delivering cost estimates, administrative requirements, and PA submissions all in real time. So you'll see from this graphic on the right here, we have careviso in the center of this healthcare ecosystem. And as we all know, not just working in the healthcare industry, but being patients ourselves, how fragmented and siloed healthcare is. It's hard to get information across. It's hard to find the information you're looking for. So we really strive to bridge that gap of communication with our solution and really make it easier for our clients, which ultimately can help patients get access to care faster because that administrative side is just at a better rate and at an easier rate for our clients. Diving into some of our stats about who we are, we've been a company for 7 years now. And these stats we've really built upon and grown as we've become a company and as we've really, grown into ourselves. So on the left here, you'll see we have over 60 laboratory and physician partners. We also have over 300,000 enrolled physicians. We operate heavily in the OBGYN and oncology space, but we also work within all specialties. We do 200,000 real-time cost estimates per month. We have an average of an 80% PA approval, and we do 80,000 prior authorizations per month. So like I mentioned, these stats really come from our 7 years of experience in the industry, and we're just continuing to grow these as we become bigger and more experienced. So with that, I'm happy to pass the mic over to Julie, who will be talking a bit about our PA and enrollment process at careviso.
Yes, thank you, Lauren. Okay, so this is your current PA process flow that I'm sure many of you are aware of, especially if you're in the lab space. The top workflow here shows when a provider orders a test and the payer is a physician-directed plan. This means that the ordering provider must submit the PA. Or if the office is enrolled with careviso, we can submit that prior auth on their behalf. These would be your for your UHC, your Blues, etc. Anything that would go through Carelon or your Optum portals. The bottom workflow shows when a test is ordered by the provider. The lab can submit those for those non-physician directed plans. If the lab is enrolled with careviso too, we can also submit those PAs on the lab's behalf, and they would not need to do so. The middle workflow represents that we work directly with both labs and providers while almost sitting in the middle of the the two. careviso can submit both physician and non-physician directed plans for the ordering provider and the lab as long as they are both enrolled with careviso. Here are those physician-directed plans that we just spoke about. These plans do not allow the lab to submit the prior auths for. The ordering provider or someone at the office must submit if not enrolled with careviso. Okay, and then careviso's business model uses best practices established by multiple OIG opinions dedicated to a third-party solution or hub service model and is advised by our attorneys. Enrolling institutions can take some time to complete, but well worth it in the end. We will need a BA directly with the health system and careviso, as well as our MSA. Our MSA is our no-cost service agreement that reviews the scope of work that we will be performing on their behalf. Most of the times we will use the system's BAA instead of ours, and we will only need our MSA with their BAA. This usually tends to speed up the enrollment process with legal, with red lines and edits. Once we have an institutional BAA and MSA, this allows us to cover all providers and locations within that system, so there would not be a need to enroll one-off offices having each sign a BAA. They would already be covered under the agreements. Once those agreements are signed, we will work with the labs to ensure all of the locations and providers are listed under the account so that all PAs will be captured and processed by careviso. careviso is also lab agnostic, meaning that we do not direct care or care what labs the providers send their testing to. They can send to multiple labs, and careviso can partner with multiple labs. With those lab partnerships, we will also have a BA in place with each lab. And then we also take pride in having the highest data security environment to protect all of our customers' data in PHI. We have BAAs on file with our customers. Our systems and controls have met SOC 2 criteria year after year, and we conduct ongoing trainings of our employees, reviews, and assessments to ensure ongoing safety. Having the certification also eases the institution's worries about their patients' PHI and who has access to it. I think that was.
All right. Well, thank you, Julie. Thanks for sharing your insights there. We'll now be passing the mic over to Naoki, who is a customer success team lead at careviso. Well, she'll be talking a bit about her team and the work they do for our clients.
Thank you, Lauren.
Of course.
Hi, hello. Customer satisfaction with customer success here. I'm one of the team leads. Our customer satisfaction is our top priority, and we have a dedicated team to ensure clients receive the best possible experience with our products and services. We provide key matrix analytics on a monthly cadence or as requested. Like some clients we meet on a weekly basis. We respond to questions via Salesforce, email, and on case comments when the lab make comments on case comments and correspondence inquiries. We manage reoccurring client collaboration and monthly review meetings. We provide clients with needed data and reports when requested, and much more. We're not just a service. We provide access to real data in real time at your fingertips when you partner with us. You have access when we give you portal access. You have access to monthly reporting dashboards, our seeker products, and prior authorization case data also. These are the success dashboards. These are the monthly dashboards that we send out on a monthly basis to the team of the labs, showing you the success. What we consider success is approvals, documented clean claims, and not required. What typical careviso and client relationship is how you get access to the customer success team. You can always email us at care@careviso.com. A member of our team will be happy to answer any questions that you may have. These are split between the team. We answer questions on a timely manner within 24 to 48 hours. We will answer any questions or anything to expedite what we need on those cases. How does the customer team contact the client? We do not directly contact institutions or clinics. We primarily work with the lab. The type of questions we get at customer success is lab-specific inquiries and case comments, whether what's the status of this case, if we need to reach out to the payer directly to see what's going on, why is this PA taking longer than usual, and find out more information in more detailed time. The type of examples that we deal with if with our clients is helping them go through their SSR report that you have access to show you missing information, why cases are rejected, and what can we do to speed. The cases are rejected if PA is not enrolled, and we work with other departments like enrollment team, sales team. If something happens with a CPT code change and the payer access to use that we should be using a different CPT code to submit this request. We then reach out directly to our lab contacts and coordinate what should we do best to move this case forward for getting the best approval.
Well, great. Thank you, Naoki, for sharing. That was great information to have. With that, if anyone has any questions at this point, feel free to use the Q&A function of the webinar, and we can answer those questions now. And I'll give everyone a few seconds just to type in any questions they may have. I'm just going to stop sharing for a moment so I can see our Q&A. All right. So typically, what are the titles of the people we need to reach out to when needing to enroll?
Depends if you're enrolling institutions or offices. So institutions, I would reach out maybe to your GCs, someone a little higher up in the system there. Contracting is always a good place to start also, but usually we find that your GCs are your champions and they can kind of push that up higher.
Right. And we have another, this looks like it's maybe for Naoki. So what's the frequency of the reports that you send that you showed?
The frequency of the reports that we share is on a monthly basis. Some reports we can send daily if needed, like closed cases, we could do those reports, but you have access, our clients, once you have access to our portal, you have access to real-time data using the SSR. You could export 90 days, you could export a week or monthly data, but so it could be to your disposal. You could check it every day if you like, but we send those on a monthly or on a weekly basis.
Great. We do have something also in the works with our development team. We will be coming out with a product in the next couple months, still in development, but it will be a platform that our clients can go into and access that data when they need it. So they'll have a bit more autonomy over those numbers and just really be able to play around with that on their own kind of time. So make sure to look out for those announcements that are coming, as that's being developed by our engineering team as we speak. All right. Any other questions? I'll also be providing some contact information after this if you think of anything after today's webinar. Let's see here. What type of data do you need from the client in order to support the reports that you provide?
We don't it's in our system, so I don't know what do. Yeah, it's our system. Is the cases that we have that we process, though that's where we get the data from. Every cases that the client provide to us, and we work those cases, success, whether it be rejected, denial, we give them back. Those are the data that we give back to show you why cases are being denied, what are the top reasons, and things like that, so we could work with it. The reason we give back data, especially documented clean claim, to make you, the client, the lab, make those informed decisions to see, oh, should we be sending careviso these these CPT codes still, seen as though we gave you enough data, 90 days to a year we could give you to say, hey, these are not required. So you make that informed decision. Okay, should you be sending? And so you could send us other cases that we could process for you.
All right. And it looks like we got one more in. So what's the process and timeline to get an institution set up and using careviso?
The timeline, you name it, it can take anywhere from a week to a few months to a year. It depends on how fast their legal team is over there and how fast they want to get this up and running. The process is pretty simple. We'll use their BAA and our MSA that will go through legal through the redlining process. It'll go back and forth a few times with our legal, making sure everything is compliant and good to go. And then once they are, we have those executed and we should be running up within that same week.
Okay. Any other questions? Again, I will be providing contact information if you'd like to reach out afterwards. I think that looks like it for our questions. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. And with that, that brings us to a close. So thank you everyone for being a part of our webinar. Thanks so much for your participation. Julie and Naoki, thanks so much for being on today and sharing some of your insights. Again, if you have any further questions about us or our technology, you can contact us via email or phone, as you see on the screen here, or you can visit www.careviso.com/contact. This webinar is being recorded, so we will also send this recording out after this session, so you can all have this on hand as well as this information on this slide. So with that, I'd like to extend a huge thank you again, and I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day.